and Telangana should ask themselves, what would YSR do? What would YS Rajshekhar Reddy do in this situation? What would he do? How would he approach the Kisan struggles? I think that is a very good question for all of us to ask ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sainath Garu, for your excellent speech. I request Justice Sudarshan Reddy Garu. He is a renowned judicial officer and a great social activist. Come on, sir, please.
Thank you, Mr. Vijay Kumar. You have, I'm aware of it. Sir, నేను మొదలే పెట్టలే వచ్చి చెవులో 10 నిమిషాలని చెప్తా ఉన్నాడు. అది విజయ్ కుమార్. श्रीमान दिग्विजय सिंह जी, डॉक्टर साईनाथ, distinguished friends on the dais, Mr. Raghuveera Reddy, Revant Reddy, Rudra Raju garu, Vijay Kumar నేను సంబోధించాను, and Sri Bhatte Vikramarka ji. I was just telling, sharing my feeling with Sri Digvijay Singh ji. Barring few of us who are present here, I thought I'm in the midst of an AICC session. I thought it was a book release function authored by our distinguished friends, Sri KVP Ramchandra Rao and Sri Raghuveera Reddy garu. I'll say a few words within the allotted time, mostly about perhaps the person whom all of us, including me, knew very well. At the very outset, let me state that it is indeed an honor to be called upon to be a part of this function that in essence seeks to place the contributions of a beloved leader of the masses of Telugu-speaking lands in a new and renewed light. These days, politics are no longer about a reasoned and reasonable debate, but shrill, being filled with manner of invectives against political opponents. Nevertheless, I would like to believe that even bitter political opponents of late Sri YS Rajshekhar Reddy would not balk at characterizing him as a political giant. Given his achievements in the political sphere, I think we need to set aside differences of opinion regarding political, economic and policy orientations and even personal rivalries, and talk respectfully and objectively about a person whose life was cut short cruelly by a tragic accident. Having been a constitutional functionary charged with inter alia the responsibility of ensuring that the decisions of the executive operate within the boundaries of enactments that are made by the legislature and the law enacted by the legislature is permissible under the boundaries set by the Constitution of India, and on the more rare occasions deciding whether legislative and executive actions may be of the kind that violate the very basic structure. I recognize the dangerous trend of judges and constitutional courts being viewed as belonging to a tribe, that is judiciary, that is relentlessly against the agenda of the political sphere. This is further amplified by an increasingly and incorrigibly irresponsible media that seeks to sensationalize every comment, and I would not go into the detail. I was compelled by a key precedent set by the Supreme Court of India to strike down a politically important legislation, push through the legislature as a means to fulfill a poll promise made by YSR. He was popularly caught, as he was popularly caught. Notwithstanding that, there were many occasions when we met personally as two constitutional functionaries, and let me assure you that there was never even a hint of anything other than the mutual respect for each other, both on account of the constitutional office we were holding and also on account of the respect that we owed to each other as individuals engaged in functions dealing with the constitutional goals. He always exuded warmth that was natural, revealing himself to be both affable and instinctually a friendly person. Equally importantly, he also used to seek opinion on larger reference frames and was quick to appreciate the nuances of linkages between constitutionalism and political power and the polity. Maybe because he himself had struggled too long and had to attain political power, he was secure about his position enough to patiently listen to other points of view. There are many different examples that one could give about the YSR did as the Chief Minister of the United Andhra Pradesh that are worthy of being mentioned. The list, I am sure, according to his, would be long and is a detractor's short. I think we need to get past compulsions, present-day political jousting to take a more balanced view. So I wish to talk about a few of his accomplishments within the overall framework of political economy, constitutional values. But the time allotted to me by Mr. Vijay Kumar may not permit to refer to all of them, but I would list out the three which are integrally connected to each other. Free supply of power to the riots, and measures to take the farmers out of a debt trap. That is one thing. Of course, coupled with the irrigation projects, the most importantly, Arogyasri, and the third one was what you call reimbursement of the fee to be paid by the students, which has helped immensely the boys and girls coming from the rural areas, but for which it would not have been possible for them to attain their higher education. These three are integrally connected to each other. Just now, Dr. Sainath was telling us that how could a simple legislation which is meant for the benefit of the farmers could take away the right of constitutional remedies, which Baba Saheb said was the most fundamental of all the fundamental rights. Dr. Saab, I am one of those who believe, I don't know whether I should say, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है. अभी तो ट्रेलर देख चुके हैं, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है. Let me end this talk by making two pleas. Let's make an effort to consciously place leaders who have points. We would only leave reference frames of demonization of significant players in their own history. The second plea is something that I keep asking scholars to engage in. We need to promote the study of such periods and such leaders as the subjects of critical social science research that enlightens. There's an acute need to move away from sensationalism parading as quote-unquote analysis, at least with those who have died. Let us be more respectful. సరే, 2 నిమిషాలు తెలుగులో కూడా మాట్లాడేటువంటి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తాం. డాక్టర్ సాయినాథ్ గారు మాట్లాడుతూ రాజశేఖర రెడ్డి గారు ఉంటే ఈ రైతులు పడుతున్నటువంటి కష్టం పట్ల, ఇప్పుడున్న పరిస్థితుల పట్ల, మొన్న జరిగిన రైతు ఉద్యమం కావచ్చు, వాళ్ళ ప్రస్తుత సమస్యలు కావచ్చు, ఏ విధంగా స్పందించి ఉండేవాడు అని ఒక ప్రశ్న. ఏ విధంగా స్పందించేవాడంటే పుస్తకంలోనే ఉంది. ప్రజ్ఞావంతుడు ప్రణబ్ కుమార్ ముఖర్జీ గారు, మేనిఫెస్టో కమిటీ చైర్మన్, ఈయన ఢిల్లీకి వెళ్ళి నేను రైతులకు ఉచిత విద్యుత్ ఇవ్వదలుచుకున్నా, మీరు మేనిఫెస్టోలో పెట్టండి. అది కుదరదు. మొన్న పంజాబ్లో పెట్టినాం కదా, దానివల్ల ఫలితం రాలేదు కదా, ఓడిపోయినాం కదా, ఎందుకు దానికి? అయితే మీ ఇష్టం, అది సాధ్యం. ఈ పని చేస్తారు. రామచంద్రరావు గారు అక్కడ లాస్ట్లో కూర్చున్నారు. ఏంటి ఆయన మనసు నొప్పించినట్టున్నావు, ఇదేమిటి ఇట్లా చెప్పినావు అంటే, మనసు నొస్తే నొప్పించుకోండి. బికాజ్ డాక్టర్ సాయినాథ్ సెడ్ హీ వాజ్ బ్లంట్ ఇన్ సమ్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్. ఆయన మనసు నొచ్చిందా అని నొచ్చుకొని ఆయన ఒక మాట అంటాడు. ఆయన జాతీయ పార్టీలకు ప్రాంతీయ ప్రయోజనాలు అవసరం లేదా? కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీకి ఒకవేళ ఆయన చెప్పిన మాట స్పష్టంగా అర్థమై ఉంటే, దాని భావం, దాని తీవ్రత అర్థమై ఉంటే, ప్రాంతీయ పార్టీ నేతలు కూడా ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ, క్షమించాలి, కొన్ని ప్రాంతీయ పార్టీలు ఉండేవి కావు. జాతీయ పార్టీలకు ప్రాంతీయ పార్టీల సమస్యల పట్ల సమగ్రమైనటువంటి అవగాహన ఉంటే వాటి జననం లేనే లేదు. వాటి వల్ల కలుగుతున్నటువంటి ప్రజలకు ఇబ్బందులు ఉండేవి కావు అని అనుకునేవాళ్ళు. నేను ఒక విషయం, మధ్యతరగతి వ్యవసాయ కుటుంబంలో జన్మించి